disclaimer for people who don't like books being ripped apart. This would have been in the dump by now, so I'm giving it a second life. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Join me today in making a new fairy journal, a pretty large one, with this book here that I thrifted. I thrifted it for $2.49 actually last year, and I have used a few pictures within here. I've cut it up here and there. But today I was wanting to completely recreate it into a fairy journal. And I've done fairy journals in the past, and this is going to be drastically different from the ones I have done. I will link them in the description so you guys can see the ones I've done in the past. Usually every spring, sometimes fall, but every spring I make a fairy journal. I just love it. It's something I enjoy doing every year, and so it's that time. You guys can follow along with me, do something similar, or just maybe get some ideas and inspiration. So because of the size of this book, I do want to save some of these pages. I don't want to take them all out. So I think I'm going to, and once again, I find I do better art when I wing things. I don't plan anything. It's very rare that I do. So once again, I'm completely making this up as I go. So fingers crossed, it's going to turn out well. Okay, so let's start taking some of the pages out. Okay, so this is where we're at. I will have to reinforce a bit here and there. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, there's 13. I think the way I want to start is creating a blank slate. And I'm going to do that with gesso. Got some gesso here. Any gesso will work. And a fairly big brush. We're just going to start covering bits. That took a little longer than I thought. That's okay. Here is the gesso pages. So I just did a light layer, and I did leave some of the characters because I figured I could make them angels. Or maybe not. I don't know. I just left myself that option. This book was really good for this style of altering because a lot of the pages already had, you know, they weren't fully illustrated, so there was a lot of white left over. And so at this point, I think I'm going to continue to build the pages. I might reinforce with, actually, I'm not sure. It seems to be holding on pretty good. I think I want to use some tissue paper and Mod Podg. Okay, so let's go on to that next step. So normally when I make fairy journals, I usually tend to gravitate towards woodland and nature, that style. If you see my other videos, you clearly see that. So for this one, I wanted to change it up, and I wanted to make it more childlike, more magical, whimsical. So color and sparkle. Okay, so let's get gluing. This is most likely a terrible idea. However, this is how I play and learn. By by terrible idea, I meant pouring it on. Yep, and the brush was too wet. It's okay. We'll salvage what we can and we leave the rest. So we can't salvage this. Be gone with you. And we'll save this piece. Okay, so trusting the process is key. A few more layers of stuff, it'll look good. Also have this one. Let's try a drier brush. Okay, I'll try this one. Much better. So I have this page built up. This is just a background. By the time I'm finished with this page, it probably won't look anything like this. I have some heart tissue paper. I have some polka dot tissue paper. So let's get to it. This one's kind of waxy, so I think it's going to take a thicker coat to go through. I think for this one I have to do underneath first. Yeah, that's much better. I like the wrinkles. I welcome the wrinkles. Gives texture. I think the red hearts will go with the ladybug here. I love how it just looks like it melts in. It's actually so satisfying. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So welcome back. I love when I use a lot of different mediums and the pages get crinkly and warped. I think I'll be able to see through. No, I don't want to fully cover it. Okay, so let's see how it looks. If I don't like it, I'm just going to paint over it. I do have to be mindful of the spine. So I'm starting there, even though I didn't put any glue on the spine. So gotta be careful. This is a napkin, so it does go through pretty quick. Good. I like that you can somewhat see the words underneath. And we're just gonna fold it over. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here just to let it dry. Okay, so it is the following day. I went and put some, what is it called? Chalk pastel on the pages. Just to, some of them were getting sticky from the Mod Podg. And so I just wanted to give it a little dusting. And I just used my chalk pastels to do that. These ones I just used white, but I wanted the white for the whole page, I mean for the whole book, but I ran out. So we improvise, right? And so today I'm just going to continue building in the pages and we'll see how far we get. So this is another book that I saved from the dump, $2.49 again. It's clearly been chewed up and falling apart. So, and it's Easter, which I thought was good timing. So I wanted to take this page out because there's so much on it that is just perfect for a fairy journal. In fact, a lot of these pages are. So I'm definitely going to use these. I might cut them up. I love milk thistle, first off. Fun fact. And I'm probably going to cut these guys out. Let's see. This one's cute. Ooh, we got the pansies. Okay, I'll work with those three first. I'm thinking maybe using one of these as the front. Maybe I'll use it as the front cover for this one. Not loving this, so I think I am going to cover it with this. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Just going to get a scrap here and just push the glue to the edge. I'm pretty sure it reached both edges, but in case it didn't, I'm leaving that open. Yeah, it doesn't quite reach, so I don't want the extra glue. There we go. This is looking a little bit busy, so I think I want to simplify this a little bit more. Okay, so I picked out, I was thinking either this one or this one. I don't know if that's too matchy yellow. Yeah, I think I like this one. I think I like that it pulls the purple and blues from this page. Once again, it doesn't even have to be permanent. It's just the backgrounds right now. It's already starting to transform. Oh, those are Canadian geese coming back from the south. Let's use some natural stuff now. I'll use the glue stick. This is so thin. I don't know what's going on with this one, but it's like extra soft. I'm not loving it because it's not spreading properly. So I'm not going to use it. Simple. Okay. Great thing about making art and crafting and using your imagination and just not thinking too much is anything goes. There's no limits, really. Okay, let's cut. Maybe I'll outline it with one of these. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That is a really good egg shape, so I definitely am going to be keeping this. Let's see how it looks kind of framed. Oh yeah, I like that. Maybe I'm going to put some, maybe I'll paint some flowers kind of coming through. Might be a good idea. I might add a little bit more of this stuff, which is mulberry paper. It's very, very thin paper, plant-based. My daughter made these for me for Mother's Day last year, and I feel like they would be so cute in here. I just don't know if they'll fold enough, because then I could put like a little fairy inside, right? I just don't know if they'll fold enough when the journal. Yeah, good enough for me, actually. They're so cute. I'm just gonna do 2. Hopefully my daughter doesn't mind me cutting the stem. Maybe I'll create a pocket with this and then just cut out the, yeah, I'll just do that. Let's see. I'm gonna have to kind of trace it if I can. Let's see how well that matches up. Pretty good. I think I'm going to back it with just a little bit of paper bag. Just to keep it a little more sturdy. Okay, now it's a pocket. And at this point, I'm just grabbing and going and grabbing whatever's close by and sticking it on because I tend to do that. I have a lot of like supplies and a lot of stuff, and sometimes if I look at it all, I get too overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't know where to begin, what to use. So I find to be able to kind of break that thought pattern, I just take whatever's kind of close by. So I will purposely leave little things that I like from other projects on my desk so that it's just kind of easy to grab and go. I have some of this cut out and I think it would be so cute on here. Yes, it would. I think I'll have to staple it on though. But I think I want to outline this with something. That's cute. I know it's looking really Eastery. That's okay. Still want, oh yeah, I forgot. I got this from Michael's. Confetti glitter glue. I've never used it before. I just loved that it has stars and moons in it. Got that in my mouth. Okay. So this is what it looks like. A little more close. Okay, I can't get the top off, so that's unfortunate. But I can use a brush. Okay, and I think I've decided to put the stars and moon tool at the top. So I'm just going to staple that in. Okay, definitely forgot to chalk that one. So let's do that real quick. Yellow. This one has a lot of Mod Podg on it. So. Yes, that happened. I was not thinking. However, I like it. Moving on to stapling. This is very yellow now. So I think that matches too much. Okay, so I also thrifted this book. This one was $5. So it's filled with World's Greatest Art, Angels and Fairies. And this is the info. So it's got the art and then it's got the info. So I'm going to keep both on the ones that I can. They are double-sided, so I'm really going to have to pick and choose. So yeah, let me see which one I want to pick. I want one that's going to contrast a bit. I don't want it to blend in with the page too much. That's kind of cool. Oh, this one's good. This one's really cute. This is Joan's Grace, the Fairy Dance from 1920. Grace Jones. Okay, so let's see. So because I have a lot of things ripped that don't have kind of straight edges on the page, I want to balance it by having straight lines. No real reason, just kind of eases the eye a bit. And what I'm going to do for the info page is keep it as a flip so that I can still salvage these ones. Like this one's so good. The Fairy Dance, 1875 by Richard Doyle. London, England. Let's get some clear tape and then washi tape, because I have a feeling the washi tape isn't going to stick well enough to the chalk, or the chalk pastel. I don't want to fully cover the cute little baby ladybugs. There we go. It's coming along. It's crooked. I like it though. And I think I want to start putting some nature elements alongside. Just gonna try. I have a feeling it may not be a success. It's all good. We're just playing. At the end of the day, this is all about play. And however it turns out is how it's supposed to. Okay, and we're not spending too much time on any page. Move that out of the way. My working space is getting smaller and smaller with all this stuff around. Okay, I'm gonna go on to this page here. Now we're getting into the really kind of open space pages. What's this? I like that. Yeah, let's do this side. My neighbor and his dirt bike. And I think I want to gesso around it. Just very roughly. Maybe do it where I can write a little something. And have it kind of blend in. So it's not too square, you know? So what I'm thinking for this one, just as I was drying the gesso, is I think I want to paint like a tree. So I think I want to paint a tree trunk here and then have the branches come across to this side of the page. And then maybe make a bunch of leaves from different things. Let's try. The thought literally just came to my head, and so I'm not overthinking it and I'm just executing it. If it goes good, amazing. If it doesn't, just paint over. Tree branches are so fun. Kind of like connect the dots. Okay, so I just dried it real quick with my blow dryer. I think I want my first layer of leaves to be watercolor. We're gonna do that. I'll use an angled brush, why not? So this is gonna give it some brightness underneath. And then I'll probably write a little blurb or maybe put some pockets. I don't know. That's how my brain works as I'm kind of flowing with one part of it, such as just doing the same thing. My mind is already working on what's next. Sometimes. Sometimes I really just get into what I'm doing. Okay, let's add a little bit of depth with some darker green. Oh, that's okay. This is going to be all underneath. Just creating a little bit of depth with some darker green. A little more dark. What's this guy here? Let's do this. Maybe some little guys. Just trying to fill out the space a bit. When I was little, trees were one of my favorite things to draw. That was usually my go-to, trees and sun. Probably because I was out in nature quite a lot as a kid. And so it inspired me when I would make art. I would also paint rocks all the time. So I would have a little portion in my backyard where my parents allowed me to dig holes strictly for rocks. And I would dig and dig and dig, and I would find all sorts of different rocks, and then I'd wash them up and paint them. It's one of my favorite things to do when I was younger. Okay. Let's let that dry. So as that is finishing drying, I think I want to cut out a few of, let's see what else is in this book. So let's see what I want to cut up. They're mostly framed, and that's okay. They're like something like this. Yeah, let's do it. And this one. Let's see what we can do with that. We got some lilies. Might be a little too big, but I like this corner here. So we're gonna do it to about this sleeve. Cute. Screw her down. I think I want to darken the edges just a little bit more so it creates like a bright focal point in the middle. And I think I want to do that with the ink pad. Here goes nothing. So I'm still missing my little brush thing, so I'm gonna just do it this way. Let's see. Am I wasting the ink? Probably. but our supplies are meant to be used, right? Yeah, I feel like that kind of completes it a little bit more. Okay, so we've got this page we did today. This page we're working on. This page is my favorite so far. Okay guys, sorry to cut it short, but that's it for today's video. Stay tuned for part 2. Bye!